Hey, morning, Bullyberry. Things are going pretty well this morning. Kurosama, things are going all right. Make sure my mic is in within range. Sorry. Paulie, Catalyst plays. Watching from the Philippines. Ah, kind of jealous. Kind of jealous. All right, let's hop into some stuff. I got some concepts I want to cover today, and then we'll do some TA. All of this pretty much needs to be. Let's take all this way. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, let me just knock out some of these notes I made for myself. Let me just knock out this stuff. All right, so first and foremost, let's see. Let's go to the total chart. Um, and I just want to talk about all these bear flags for a little bit. I didn't mind them too much at first. I really kind of mind them now. They're really bothering me now. So and unfortunately, looking at the total chart, I have to wonder to myself, like, uh, did it already break down, right? Did the flag already break down? Um, no, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Sorry. This whole situation up in her, right? Um, I'm just picking on the total chart because the vast majority of everything is presenting in this manner. Um, and then like where's something I can draw with? Give me that. This is just kind of like a regular sort of top down. This was a little bit more of a range that broke down. That was a little bit more of a range that held. But then there's this thing, which makes me wonder. Is all of this just going to expire and crap out? And you know, like I was kind of hoping, maybe we fail this thing, get a rotation back up to this thing, kind of stuff. Not looking so hot. Not looking so hot. Let me delete a whole bunch of crap here so I can stop talking about this and move on to other things. This is still the range that has to break. This is still a low that really has to break in order for me to say, we're coming here. Um, that hasn't happened yet. So let's just theorize about that for a minute. I'm talking about that right there. Like the moment as far as I'm concerned, the moment that we do something like this, with a candle body, then yeah, all retracements should be treated as a short, in my opinion. All retracements should be treated as a short, probably swing short at that. Um, whether that ends up, well, we can worry about some of this stuff later. This is next week kind of stuff. Um, but yeah, I think you lose this thing, and I'm gonna be looking to probably short that down to there. Just generally speaking. Generally speaking. So, I've had an issue with this for so long, and it's not looking so hot today. That's why I was pretty bullish yesterday, just thinking like, okay, if we can kind of hold this and get an initiation. That was the other thing I was missing. Like I saw this flag print the whole time. We've been talking about this the whole time. But I was willing to give it a little bit of a break in the event that I could see like one of these upstrokes here make a strong initiation. you know, some sort of upstroke making a really strong initiation up out of here, um, then I was willing to disregard all this problematic shit down here. But unfortunately, you know, this is the strongest. Yeah, it just did. It just didn't. You know, you lost bullish momentum between these two. From here to here was 3.2%, and from here to here was yeah, getting close to half of that, right? So you know, it's just yeah, just couldn't get the initiation. Let me see what other notes I had on here. I think I covered bear flags and lack of initiation. Did I have some other notes on here? Running too long with no initiation. Okay. I actually want to talk about traditional finance tariffs next. Let me go back to the chat, make sure I didn't miss anything important. Well, everything you say is important, but something that would redirect my thought. What do we got? Miles Trump Power, welcome. Tomali Anto, Anthony Soprano, Paul. Mic is low again today. All right, well, I'll crank it up. I got I was using like my iPhone as the microphone, and because same thing I'm using as my camera, and I was listening back to some of the streams, and it seemed like the audio was like dropping in and out because it's, you know, feeding it to the computer wirelessly. So I went back to the wired microphone. But we'll crank up the audio. I think my energy and tone is a little low today anyway. All right, and then what else we have? Where should we long though? Where should we long though? We're gonna get to talking about trades here in a moment, but it's Friday, and I don't really try and stretch trades on Friday. I think I already got stopped out of my short anyway. I haven't even looked yet. But yeah. All right, we're gonna keep going. Traditional finance. I'm not going to spend a ton of time going over traditional finance because I know that, well, you know, I don't know anybody in the group that trades it, but I think we need to be paying attention to it here. I think we need to be paying attention to it here. Let's get out to like the weekly time frame. Let's get out to the weekly time frame here. And let's take a look at this. So this is the I don't pull these charts up a lot, so let's talk about this for a second. This ticker is ES1 exclamation. This is the S&P mini futures chart. And so it's just representative of the S&P. I just always preferred this chart over like the SPX chart or something like that. So on the old S&P, and the Nasdaq chart doesn't look too much different. We'll take a quick peek there as well. You know, obviously we had this prior demand range in here. We have this, you know, I guess you got to go to like 2 week or something, and then you could say, you know, you have like this manner of like a 2 week sort of order block in here. All that's kind of cool. But we're under weekly bearish market structure on the S&P. Okay, like that is your swing high, your swing low, your sweep of your swing high, your break of your swing low, and your back test into your previous range, right? So when was the last time that we had a bearish transition on the weekly time frame for the S&P? Little bit here, you're cheating the 2 candle rule to call that the break. That's definitely the break right there, but you know, you can see that this one still did end up getting back tested into, and came down, broke its low again, came down, broke its low again, fall, back test, came down, broke the low again, range, sweep this high, sweep this low, and then it came back, broke out, back tested, and up, right? And yes, this was a range down here from here to here. Come on, get on the damn wick, man. Y'all people with this wick shit, right? And then you can see that you set your swing high, you set your swing low, you sweep your swing high, you sweep your swing low. You eventually come back, cracking the high and back testing back into demand, um, cracking again as you go up to smoke this high and kind of get us to the price that we're at right now. So there's a potential, as far as I'm concerned, if we're just like, it is what it is. So you transition your structure bearish on the weekly, and it remains bearish on the weekly until you flip it back to bullish on the weekly, right? That's it's just how strong highs and weak lows work. So if we're looking at like this general section of price, let's do this really quick. I think those are the key commands I needed. Capture, copy, paste. So, my question is, are we here? That's not the right tool. Are we here, or are we maybe... Yeah, I guess we'd almost have to be here. I don't think we're quite here yet. That feels like this. That to me seems more like that. And so let's be really aware of this. So I'm not a tariff expert or anything like that. I have learned more about tariffs and trade deficits and how all of that works. I've learned a lot more about it in the last couple of months, but I'm by no means an expert. But I think there's some logical things that we could objectively determine. There is, the U.S. is the number one consumer of consumer goods in the world, right? And most economies at this point are primarily consumer-based economies. And so if we just think about a situation in which, for the last couple of decades, we've been, outsourcing a lot of manufacturing, blah, blah, blah. I'm not here to talk politics or anything, right? But, if we're going to increase the amount of tariffs that we have to pay to bring that stuff into our country going forward, there's going to be some shorter term disruption. I personally think that the whole thing I hope it all to be better in the end, but short-term disruption to markets is probably something that would be reasonable to expect. And we could be seeing the beginnings of it on some of these larger some of these larger markets, like the traditional market. If we look at the NQ is not going to be, and I'm sorry if I'm boring everybody on this, but it's Friday. We're not going to find a ton of trades out there right now anyway. I mean, we'll find some, but if you're in a rush for those, you might want to hop onto a different stream because it's going to take me a bit to get to them. And this is going to be actually a shorter stream, so we'll probably only be covering Bitcoin. Let's take a look at this. It's so NQ doesn't look as bad as the S&P. NQ does not look as bad. But it doesn't look great either. It does not look great either. So you lose your daily structure more here. Can I steal you? You want to, because this high did not touch the other high, right? This high did never get the right tool. This high did not touch this high, so you can't really call that your break a daily. But I mean, like, that's pretty fair. If we really, man, you don't really crack the weekly until here. Oh crap, sorry. There was one other thing because I was looking closely, I think like the 15-minute time frame on ES yesterday. And I was thinking it was a pretty logical thing because this was a question of whether for me, I was trying to answer the question of, is demand in control or is supply in control, right? That was the question I was kind of trying to fight with yesterday. I saw that we had a gap and that we were filling the gap yesterday. And I was like, okay, that's not so hateful. Like that, whatever. Resistance is resistance, but not so hateful. Come down, fill a gap. We had developed a range inside of that gap. And I was really, really hoping for these ranges to hold. I know I posted about this yesterday, but I was really, really hoping for these ranges to hold. I guess I should have known that after a sweep of the bottom, when you kind of sweep the top, that's going to make your bottom weak again. And then I'd seen that it kind of come back down into demand, and I was like, last chance, man, last chance outside of, I guess, an S&P at the low, which it kind of tried to do right here, but it just banged right off of supply. So, traditional markets are looking a little bit shaky right now. That was NQ and ES. I think Tesla's just dying, right? Isn't Tesla just dying? It could be worse, could be better. All right, so that's that shit. Let me just get rid of the rest of this stuff. I think we're going to skip talking about stable coins today. We'll probably talk about some swing shorts. I do want to just talk about what causes an SFP really quick. I did not read this in a book. No guru taught this to me. It's personal opinion, okay? It's a personal opinion. It's a personal opinion. We'll just use this example right here. We'll just use this example right here. So here's my opinion on why an SFP works. So this swing low right here, obviously price starts coming up, right? Coming up, right? So many people that, let's put it this way. Because once we developed this other swing point, I think a lot of people would have moved their stop losses to here. But prior to, all of this action here, everybody that's going long here, targeting the all-time high here, your bigger players, they're gonna be putting their stop losses under things like this. Now, in a circumstance like that, they sure as hell should move their stop losses there. But there could have, for me, the concept of a swing failure pattern is purely just price has been moving up away from some manner of swing point for some time. Could be one day, could be 4 hours, right? But everybody entering into the market is placing their stop losses below said point on the chart, right? Now, when these are long orders that are getting stopped below this low, right? So you got longs down here. So anytime a long order hits a stop loss, that causes a sell. When your long stop loss gets hit, that causes a sell. When your sell stop loss gets hit, that causes a buy, right? I don't even know that. So when you purge stop losses like this, you're triggering sells, okay? You're triggering selling. You're triggering selling of positions. All those positions are going to sell. Well, if you need to buy a bunch and you do not want to create slippage in the market, you don't want to just enter and have, you're like, oh, I'm trying to buy Bitcoin at $85,000 or whatever. Well, if you're trying to buy a lot of it, you might end up buying it at $86,000 because it just slips so much. So these are sell orders when those stop losses get hit. You need supply in order to fill large long positions. So that's why when they pop those SLs, that creates the supply for them. That is called the engineering of liquidity, right? Where you get everybody to hide underneath something, get them to hide underneath something, run it. Sorry, that got a little aggressive. Run it. That creates the supply that the market maker needs to fill their order. That's the engineering of liquidity. And so I just wanted to talk. I don't know why I thought about that the other night. And I was like, I don't know if I've talked about that enough. So I just figured I'd share that with you. So it's the engineering of liquidity. Boom, and let's see if we have anything else, and then we'll go look at Bitcoin and look at trades and stuff like that. I don't what chart am I on? Didn't I have notes somewhere? Is one like the daily? Where did my notes go? Did I delete them? Why does this not even look like the right chart? Ah, doesn't matter. Don't matter. Don't matter. I think the only thing left on there was stable coins anyway. This is Bybit daily. Well, let's just wipe it. Let's just wipe it. Let's just take a look at this. Let's just start here. All right, so places too long, right? You do have a daily order block that we're trading inside of right now. It does represent demand, in my opinion, and you have resistance right above you on the daily time frame as well. Now this is not, I mean, there's Bully's looking at me and he's like, bro, you're drawing a daily order block as resistance that has not broke daily structure. What are you doing? Well, he's not wrong, and I'm still going to say it's resistance. All right, so let's go. Let's drop down to the 4, and let's pick on some more stuff here. So I'm gonna take these two guys together. We're gonna put some resistance on our chart here. I'm taking that bullish candle followed by the top side of the wick on the bearish candle. We're going to put a little range of resistance there. We're going to put some more resistance on our chart right here. Boom. We're going to understand that we're trading, we are trading into demand right now, and it's significant demand. I don't want to shortchange it. Okay, it did cause it did create a good amount of inefficiency. I mean, look at the strength of those. What do you got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutive 8-hour candles that did indeed crack the following high. That did take us up to Bully's like 12-hour order block or whatever he had up there. So it is a significant area of demand. I don't particularly like the approach to it, and I don't know if on Friday you're going to get enough market participants to really hold that demand. And furthermore, like I said, when you lose this area on the chart, all retracements for me are shorts. They're all shorts at that point. Yeah, this could be this could honestly be where we make it down to my Trump strategic reserve zone, right? This could this could ultimately be where you kind of like break your main structure, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Right. This could very well be the beginning of that, which is, that was the other thing, was planning of swing shorts. So we're kind of on that territory right now. We're starting to plan our swing shorts. So it's you got demand here. You might get a little bit of lift, but I'm gonna be you might get a little bit of lift. I'm still gonna be kind of focusing short. It's going to make it way easier in my life if we can break this low. Like today. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put an alert on that low. It's one of the first things I'll do. Well, not one of the first things I'll do. God, I got to work faster because I am going to make this stream a little bit shorter today. I do really want to know when that low is lost or if that low is lost. Hell, it's just, no, I'm going to leave that there. So for right now, I would look to short out of this area. And I'd look to target at least a 4-hour low. That's one idea I've got for today. Let me drop down to like the 5. Yep. So same sort of concept right here, right? Same sort of concept right here. So you got these three kind of highs right here. So all the people that entered short here, short here, short here, short here, start hiding their SLs up here, right? And then let's look at some volume. Let's look at some volume. So right here, this is Bybit only, 2,000 Bitcoin short. 2,000 Bitcoin short in this candle, right? So you need a lot of you need somebody to fill those positions. So you smoke all of these short stop losses, causing buys. Those buys, those people buying, are what this individual needed to fill what they are selling, right? And so we dropped out of there. So because of the removal of liquidity prior to the break of this little like 5-minute range or whatever, and it seems like that liquidity would still be pretty fresh to me. Something tells me they didn't short here and close it all out and they're going to flip it long. That is not what my gut is telling me. Nope, my gut is telling me they're looking to hold these. They're looking to hold these positions for longer and lower. That's what my gut is telling me. So that's a short for today. You're going to have to really monitor. I know I have this resistance up here, but let's talk about it for a little bit. Let's see how much I can get out of my head today. You're going to have to break 15-minute structure to get up there, right? So let's hypothesize that price does roll back up into some of these higher areas of resistance, because I will still look to short up here. You are going to break 15-minute structure to do so, so I'm going to need to see 15-minute structure fail before I can justify any short in that area. Now, here's the difference. If you break your 4-hour low, if you break your 4-hour low, let's go to the 4-hour chart. This will make more sense. It would make way more sense if we do it on a 4-hour chart. So if we break our 4-hour low, and then we retrace, and maybe we do have the 5, 10, or what. At that point, I don't care what structure sort of flipped bullishly here, because I'm now following the 4-hour time frame. So any bearish transition anywhere along here is easy short for me. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. And again, I am as it stands right now, from both this zone, and ultimately a run on this high, targeting down to here. If it'll let me, I have no idea whether I'm going to be right, but if it'll let me, I'm targeting as low as that. For all the reasons I said earlier. I don't think that this position has the gumption. I mean, like, it could. That position could end up becoming a swing position, this guy right here. But I don't know. Because the thing is once you initiate below the low, price could retrace all clean back up to entry, maybe even higher, before ultimately falling down lower. That's just where I'm at with it. And maybe that's just my psychology having gotten the best of me, and this is exactly what I should be longing. But this is just where I'm at with it. This is just where I'm at with it. I guess, yep. There is, dude, come on, can we get a right tool, drawing tool today? We do have liquidity up there. But man, we got a lot more down here. Got a lot more down there, in my opinion. So it's kind of where I'm at with a lot of that stuff. I think for the most part that I'm done with my rant. I have a few minutes left. Let's make the most of it. And let's see. Hey, Alex, I love you, buddy. Resistance is resistance. Certainly good supply on a lower time frame. Yeah, on a lower time frame, this is pretty decent supply. D'Angelo, what's up? Fine, what's up? Crypto Pollo, Bully knows the Goose TA channel. I don't know. Bully knows some shit, man. Bully knows some shit. Brewberry for governor of the 51st state. Oh, dude, that'd be kind of sweet. I'm actually thinking about running for politics in an upcoming cycle. Thinking about running for city council. Mainly because I think it would be so much fun. I don't think the city would appreciate me having. Well, actually, the city might love having me on their council, but I will make a lot of waves. I will make a lot of waves, and it sounds like a hell of a good time to me. Did you know that you can't get fired from city council? Like the constituents literally have to get together and vote you out. That sounds fun. That sounds fun. All right. So, yeah, that's where I'm at with these things. You know, yeah, yeah. I don't know, man. Like, I feel like if we even kind of get some of the structure to sort of flip around, like, I need to make like the font size on these like 10 times bigger, so I quit clicking the wrong things. Um, you have just shit structure. No, just call it what it is. It's crap structure. Even if that flips, I don't care about. No, 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 no. I don't like it. I don't like it. Yeah. If it wasn't Friday, maybe I'd be entertaining Longs a little bit more. But I'm not particularly in the mood to entertain Longs. No, I'm not. Yeah, I think I would rather. That's what I want. That's what I want. That's what I want. Yep, that's what I want. I don't know if I'm gonna get it, but that's what I'm gonna want. Now, let's take a look at you can judo chop people who break your policy. Yeah, I just think it would. I'm like just a hardcore libertarian, and I just think it'd be fun to be on council and be like, no, we're not spending money on any of this stupid shit. I'd go straight up Massey on them. It'd be so much fun. It'd be so much fun. All right. So I'm gonna give the stream about no more than 10 or 12 more minutes because it is 7:58 on my side. So if there's some coins that you guys want to take a look at, let's pop over. Let's take a look at those. And let's move on. Let's move on with our lives. I wish you would hold. I wish you would hold so bad, so bad. I wish this range was gonna hold. Oh, I really do. But no, alas, you won't, will you? Well, I'm seeing if you guys have any questions. I'm gonna investigate this XRP chart a little bit more. All this crap. All right. Let's see. Yeah, we can take a look at render. Fine. You asked for. I feel like you asked for render a lot, which is no problem with that. No problem with that. I love when people kind of pick a coin and sort of try and stick to it. So like not super encouraging for me to come to this chart and see that we get all that crap out of the way. Not particularly encouraging me for me to come to the chart and see failure on the prior daily high, daily swing high. Not particularly encouraging. Let's see, your most significant demand is here. And this is the only zone, in my opinion, that's holding you back from popping this low. Does that low hold? SFP, with the lack of bearish momentum, quite possibly. I think you could look for a long off of that low as well. Absolutely, you could look for a long off of that low. Let's just go ahead and throw that on here. So potentially you can catch a long off of here. We're gonna have to see the 4 hour time frame before we can really theorize too many targets on that. So let's drop to the 4. Yeah, so that'll be pretty lame. It'll be pretty lame because you are breaking 4 hour structure right now. Um, Meaning that what do I mean by that? I mean without a 4 hour transition in market structure here, you cannot target this. You cannot target that. Um, so here's my swing short zone. Make this a little bit bigger, and then we'll just highlight our 4 hour order block inside of it. That's my swing short zone, unless you can get 4 hour structure to transition back to bullishly out of this demand range. If you can get 4 hour to switch bullishly out of this demand range, I am not looking to swing short this zone. But if you only get like 15 or 30, sorry, if you only get like a 10, 5, 10, 15, 30 minute transition to bullish down here, sure, I'm going to long, and then I'm going to look to swing short. So that's where I'm at with render. We've got a little bit of a long on there, and let's go ahead and put our shorts on here. Look at this maybe a couple of different ways. I'm gonna look at this this way. Then maybe we throw another idea on here that looks a little bit more like coming out of the order block with a better risk to reward on it. I hate when the short when my shorty shorts come out in me, because I have too much history of being right about it. I have too much history of being right about it. If anybody has been following me for a long time, you'll know that I typically crush shorts and struggle with longs comparatively to shorts. So those are my swing short zones. I got a little bit of a long zone on there. We can hop to the 15. I don't know if we're going to find anything overly relevant on it. I will say one thing though. Oh, see, that's yeah. This is down. This is down. This is down. You got a snip of demand right here. That could be interesting, actually. That could be interesting. Because what I want, what do I want? What do I want? So if supply gets hit first and then demand, that's going to make it harder for me. I'd like to see it hit demand first. Ideally, this section of demand. And then come up. And then I would very much be looking to swing short that. But if supply hits, I think you got to pay attention to supply regardless. I'm just trying to decide order flow of things that haven't happened yet, so I'm not going to do that. Yeah. I mean, obviously it's a gargantuan SL there. I want it lower. I want to see a little bit more initiation before climbing back up in here, and then I want to see. What would I want to see right now? I'd say 10. I'm going to say 10 to, God damn, I might even take the 5. Yeah, but this is you guys, it's not me. So I'm going to say 10 to 30 minutes MS coming out of there. 10 to 30. 10 to 30 minute MS coming out of there is going to interest me. It's bothering me that it's green. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with render. That's kind of where I'm at. Where is XRP dumping to this correction? I don't think it's I don't think it's dramatically lower. We just had the XRP chart come up, and I am officially over time. So I apologize to whoever asked for AMP. I'm not going to have time for that, but XRP is an easy answer for me because I was just on the chart. So I'm about that $1.50 to $1.70 area for like a swing long on that. That's about where I'm at there. Your win rates on shorts are so much more higher. Yeah, my rates on like my not only is my win rate better on shorts, but my risk to reward, my overall gain on shorts is also a lot greater as well. I just always do better shorting. I don't know, whatever. Um, yeah, okay, guys. I'm out of time. I'm out of time. Thanks for coming and joining me again this morning. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I hope somebody took my advice yesterday and called their mom or dad or brother. Totally loved them. Yeah, I got stopped out. I got stopped out. It's all good. Um, yeah, and have a great day, everybody. Have a great day. Have a good one. A good one.